It's fine. The music kind of stopped. I switched from one source to the other, that's all. DBT is dangly bits titillation? Good job, comrade. Honestly, we could have a whole session where all we do is make up new horny acronyms. So hello and welcome to Mundane Height Pillars of Eternity. God, it's good to see all of you. That is all of our people in the VODs and all of our people live as well. Hello Rebooting, hello Mako, hello Comrade, and hello Larksy. That's a good spread, I'd say. A good group of people. Yeah, I'm pretty... ACT. Alphanumeric clit torsion. So you pull someone's clit over a keyboard. That's rather specific and not very acceptance and commitment therapy. Yeah, that's a good idea. That is a shame that several of your D&D group have COVID. A friend... See, I didn't go with anal as a first, and that's funny, because usually I do. Oh, no, not first. It's like shaking hands, baby. Oh, God, what am I doing? That's terrible. I'll get fired. That's alright. This is very long strokes. Is that right, comrade? I'm going to get demonetized. I'm fine with this. 3 of them live together. Alright, that's fair. A friend's entire work team all have COVID. That's not fun. I don't know if that's going to help me, but if you're doing it repeatedly. Usually good advice. It's just not very helpful right now. And Mecha Dragonfall is good. I finished the first one and Dragonfall, but did not get to Hong Kong. But as a Shadowrun translation, I'm pretty impressed with it. And if we say Shadowrun 3 times, we will accidentally summon a Corey. And I know that man needs to be asleep, because I'm picking up to drive him to the airport very early tomorrow. It's not too personal information, unless we're actively being hunted by someone, and if that's the case, they'll probably already know, right? Hong Kong is the best one. Oh, God. It's a shame the game required me to think tactically, because I'm not playing it. Because of that. Dead Man still owes me. Oh, Loxy. Lucky you. You get to watch the chat VOD. And hear the distracting change from when I move from the Pillars of Eternity opening music to the actual just soundtrack that I was just playing in Plexant because I was tired of having to have the window open the whole time. Alright, that's fine. That's pretty reasonable. I mean, I need to mess with the VODs as well. I fucked up. And episodes 16 and 17 are the same video file. Fuck. So I need to fix the VODs. That'll happen. Not super important. I mean, I'm directing people to that channel now because I'm sending people bullshit. I know, everything stops. Just hold on. You may notice there are several new images. Several new videos on my YouTube panel. Because I've been making these. And these are not the only ones I've made, but these are the only ones I've turned into video. And because I just like reading box text, I've also done this. You've listened? Do you like The Really Big Frog? Me too. Thank you so much. That one was great. Like, I've kind of threatened to do a full reading of Really Big Frog many times, and I finally got around to actually fucking doing it. And Really Big Frog is funny. I have a bad habit of actually posting really long and dumb things to group chats and then getting kicked from said group chat because I broke the character limit and people are like, dude, what the hell? You may have heard of this before. It's really funny. Only to me, but very funny and worth it anyway. So what I should do, I sent one today that didn't hit the character limit, but was pretty long, and I intend to read that one as well. And that's honestly the reason I sent it to that chat. I wanted to have someone tell me off for doing it, so I would remember to do it later. Cross-stitch diagram of a really big frog. or a Mansquito. Like, I think you could have the swords and prizes, and they're filled with quite a lot of hatred. No one wants to get called a fascist. Several fascists wish to be fascists, but they will say that they're just being conservative, TM. That's why you always interrogate people's actual actions rather than just what they say they're doing. Yeah, I mean, the bit where we were complaining about admin overreach in a group chat is funny for a little bit, and it is funny to pretend to rule the group chat with an iron fist for like a day or two, but after that, like, the joke gets old. And then you accidentally living in a totalitarian state group chat. Group chat. Not a state. Though that will sneak up on you, be careful. So I'm pretty happy that we're like, well, that joke is done now. We're very pleased with it. It was a good run. Time to go. Okay. I got a Switch. Pillars of Eternity is on the Switch. I have not yet bought it for the Switch. I don't think a single $60 purchase will really make or break Obsidian. Especially not that they've announced another game that looks weird as fuck. It's kind of like their answer to Disco Elysium. In the sense that they're like... They want to make a point-and-click adventure game that has its own visual style and is very odd. Right? And I'm pleased with that. Yeah, exactly. I'm in several meme groups for Stardew Valley that always get distracted because they don't actually spend all their time talking about Stardew Valley or making memes. They're just horny for several bachelors. They have 200 lines of dialogue. Give it up, guys. Or something. Whatever, it's fine. It's fanfic. I enjoy whatever you want, but you're way obsessed with someone who doesn't have much. Don't buy it on the Switch. Alright, well there you go. I mean, I wouldn't get anything out of it. If I was going to replay it again, I'd be replaying it with mods. Making it weird. Pillars, Maker. And several people in those Stardew meme chats have it on everything. They've got a copy on their phone and their other phone, Android, iOS, and several consoles, and PC, and Switch. And I don't understand why. At all. I can understand I'd like one version of it portable. It doesn't have cloud saves and you can't mod it. Yeah, the port would not be easy. It sounds like a hell of a job, so I don't blame him, but it kind of sucks. It is, comrade? Jeez. Well, I'm glad I don't have it there, right? I'm glad I played Stardew on PC, exclusively on PC, and almost exclusively modded the fuck out of. That's really fun. Especially with half the dumb shit Emma and I get up to.
Hey, that's not limited to Stardew.
It's not limited to Stardew. Good point. I'm gonna click the continue button. Let's play some Pillars. Controls don't translate well to touchscreens. No, they very rarely do. A lot of like semi-decent or decent ports don't bother. They just they have an on-screen keyboard. That's it. My Switch docked on a big screen. Ah. Oh god. See, I've played one game on the Switch. It is Monster Hunter Rise. It is enjoyable. I played it on a Switch Lite. Thank you. A friend of mine that sold it to Emma and I years ago and sat in a basket unplayed for a while. And it was good. Enjoyable. And then I actually plugged a version into a TV. I was like, oh, wow. I have not been giving the Switch much credit at all. Comrade! I have seen docking, not in person. That's a lot of silicone. And holy shit. I'm impressed. There are like Olympic and higher level athletes in sex and sexuality. They are incredible, but they should not be... They're not to be done at home, my friends. Joy-Cons. I got a Pro controller. That's I've played it, used it for the first time today, and it was great.
I'm listening. There's something I can do?
What can I do you for? Yeah.
Sounds good. What do you think?
How might I assist? A question?
It's pretty good
Roger?
values. Joy-Cons are tiny, and that can help. Large controllers can actually be bad for people with wrist issues. Yeah, it felt like a while ago, Emma. I can't make too much fun. You gotta exaggerate for the sake of comedy. Oh, that's smart rebooting. You can... Yeah, alchemy. No. Shoddy in the party. Sleight of hand there. You're still on metaphysics right now. We don't have a wizard in the party. We'll be right. Glorious but pro. Oh, alright. Yeah, there are also like not just holsters, but there are also little strings that tether it, so you don't lose the console when you're out. And thank Christ, so I would absolutely drop that fucking thing way too fast. Remember how I was like, this track is really good? I wish I could get it. Well, I did, and it's called Chosen of Bereth, and it's really lovely. I listen to it sometimes when I'm writing assignments. Which is, again, going to be pretty soon because we got the confirmation that I have passed the previous semester and I am allowed to take the next classes. They signed me. They're like, I'm sorry, Introduction to Counseling is unavailable. Would you like this class, the counseling process? And I'm like, sure, I guess. You've asked me a direct question on the phone, so I'm immediately panicking. Yes. And I had to go back and say... No, I can't do the counseling process before I've done basic introduction to counseling. I know I would likely pass. I know it's not an official requirement beforehand, but you gotta admit, it just feels wrong. Ah, thank you, Hope Fox. You do mean lanyards. Well, cool, they came in the box too, so... It's still really important, the lanyards, because I will absolutely drop those. Oh, fuck. We barely killed it the first time and now it's got up. Oh. That didn't look...
Most intriguing. The dragon may be a vessel.
Yeah, good, thanks. That was weird. Well, we've got the ice wall climbing spikes. Let's fucking do it. The flat plane of ice rises above Harbinger's watch. It angles slightly outwards, overhanging the settlement like protective curtains. Climb with the ice picks. Hefting the ice picks you took from Vatnir, you step up to the wall. You swing one of the picks down into the ice, burying it. Slowly and very carefully, you ascend the sheer wall. Your muscles ache by the time you reach a ledge 24 meters above. 2 hours pass. Vatnir rubs his arms, mumbling quietly to himself. He falls silent as he looks over your shoulder. The rope down to the temple lies to the east. On top of the iceberg spreads before you a jagged mesa of solid ice broken by ancient crumbling ruins. The sea shimmers in the distance, a silver ribbon demarcating the horizon. Yeah. Man, it's been too long since I've set up with Beat Saber. I really should. Patch the fucking thing, reinstall all my mods, push several things in the study out of the way, and then flail my arms wildly.
Nearby.
Maybe they'll be friendly. You never know until you meet them.
And what do we have?
Bless me.
Fuck me, what a start. Hey, there's a trap there. Boom! Okay, cool. Thank you. Amazing. Now, several people are quite injured, so we can't continue. They have a serious burn. They can get burned again even faster. And... God damn it. It's just not a good idea. +3 con. There you go. Con and might. Con and might. Con and might, that'll do.
I like how you're always smiling, Mr. Vatnir. You're a nice man.
Yes, a pillar of charm, so everyone keeps telling me.
You wake in the middle of the night to find Shoti peering down at you, sickle in hand. She smiles slow. The glow from her lantern has blanketed half her face in shadow.
Watcher, my eyes see a monster in you.
Uh-oh.
You put the fear of gone in me, when I thought I was already well afraid. Tell me, am I dreaming now?
You're not dreaming, Shoti.
How can the whole world go dark and it not be a nightmare? What you did to me, will it be enough? Can Eora find its redemption? Or are we all just dead and don't know it yet?
She tilts her head to the side, concern flickering in her eyes.
Only light around is my lantern.
In dialogue. No, we didn't push her towards the
If everyone
dark.
smiled as much as you, the captain wouldn't have to work so hard on making people happy.
Were I the Dusk Speaker, I would throw anyone who complained into the sea. That would end the complaints, wouldn't it?
No, we didn't push Shoti towards the dark. We reached into her and pulled out some of the souls. And it was not good. God damn it. You know what? Maybe you should be stealthy. Now we've moved on from the burn and we'll all get frostbite. There they are. So I've been playing some Dragon Age 2. I'm used to a bit more action, speed, and it's clear. He's a priest barbarian. Technically, we don't need Shoti, right? One priest should be enough.
So much to learn.
Maybe, hopefully, probably not. Slam, what you got on this? Burn him. Come on.
Need something stronger.
A little bit of damage, not much. That should be two of them.
I don't think so.
This isn't as effective as you seem to think.
Man, pushy, isn't he? Get used to hearing Vatnir's combat sounds. Look at that. Draining freeze, winter's breath, arctic fog. This place sucks. Like, in a good way. In the sense that it's cold and awful and we should be feeling that.
Moe,
Role-playing in turn-based mode, that's pretty good. Please don't kill Velo. She's so helpless and silly. Can we hit her with this deal? It did hit her, but it looked like she moved out of the way in the exact wrong spot. Thankfully, comrade, no, the cackling is Modweir, Slam Shadow's sword. She cackles every time you crit.
that dog won't hunt.
Believe it.
Got him. Yeah. What's the bar? 4 courses of potato. Well, have a good time. I will absolutely lose Emma Stitches for that.
Mm-hmm.
It'll be worth it, though.
Be right there.
My eyes are yours.
The temperature has slowed the decay of these corpses. Their lips are peeled back in a collective grimace. A few weak strands of spirit essence cling to this frozen corpse. Cold air rushes over you as you fall into the curling spiritual remains. A vast expanse of white flashes before you. No, shimmering silver, the sunlight on the sea, and breaching it, an iceberg, the dead flow. Nikili races her oar, points the dripping wood toward an inlet. You row, and time slides away. They seem to manifest from the fog, long and tall with harpoons and axes. One rides atop a goddamned bear. Nikili cries out for peace, one of the few phrases you know in the Glenfellan tongue, but the Hale Elves don't seem to hear. Snow turns pink, then red. They're roasting Jarax's wolf. It smells delicious, and you hate yourself for that. Kumik sobs. He's hanging from a post, hands bound above his head, same as you. You draw in a cold breath and tell him to be calm, to be strong. Nikili would have found us a way to freedom, or else meet the Beast of Winter with honest gratitude. Nikili is dead, he says. Fuck the Beast of Winter. None remain. No, you remain. The others swirl about you with the snow, howling and hungry, dead and lingering. You see no one else. No Inotanic, no Glenfellan for days. You've seen nothing save fog and snow. And the fog shifts, splits, steps towards you in hoofed legs. Its horns curve upwards, caked in rot. Twin ice blue eyes, crusted and roomy, drink you in. They offer you mercy, and you accept.
Right here. Sure.
Dark.
And what do we have here?
Oh. A hidden item. A belt pouch. Neat.
Not sure I
50 Shades of Potato. Oh, that's fantastic rebooting. I hope that's really good. I'm excited to see how that turns out as well. I'm excited to, like, potentially attend Fenno, depending on COVID,
Watch
as a player. Slam! That's not disarming the trap at all. That's stepping over it and hoping.
here.
Oh, look. It's the Beast of Winter. Hey, buddy. Feelings of cruelty and malevolence suffuse the area around this idol. Not area, air. Disarmed. Footsteps of the Beast. Beast of Winter. Grant's Beast of Winter. Hobbling enemies who walk around you? That's crazy.
Hey there.
Cool boots. Who needs cool
How
boots?
might I assist?
You got a boot slot. Wow. I didn't make much of a change there, did it? What if... Nope, okay. Look, I was wondering, but apparently not. It's not just depending on your armor. Cool idea.
Happy to oblige.
Symbols did not actually apply. Oh, wait, no, there were two traps because we did disarm it successfully. No, the freezing spike trap was on the chest. Silly. Bondage gear made out of potatoes. Ooh. Emma, you better
This
take them.
clever.
Shit. Alright, so my brain is not working particularly fast.
Did I do that?
Yes. At least Vela's all the way back there, right? He's a rogue priest at the moment.
I don't think so.
Blaster Frost. Kill all of your friends for a minor damage bonus. But spreading plague, that sounds good.
This thing isn't doing the job. There's something.
Champion Ascendant.
Yeah.
Great. This can only be good for us all.
Door's too tall.
That strange... Hey! Ah. Yeah, fuck
Leave it to
you.
me.
What a jerk, right?
Glory be.
That dog won't hunt. Happy to oblige.
I wouldn't be surprised if that happens all the time. This is just the first time I've noticed. Like, what if that's how usually
No can do.
Vela dies? Just because I don't pay attention. As someone who's using an obvious I'm teleporting ability. Is this gonna happen again? Nope. Yeah, they look at that. The Shadow Dancer just goes immediately over to her. Who said enemies are allowed to use tactics? That's terrible. She's gonna die. Yeah. Cool. The CBT device with a potato for the penis. Amazing. Well, I like a good tuber.
Maybe they'll be friendly. You never know until you meet them.
Okay, so now I can see it, right?
Give me a real challenge.
Yeah? Alright. Now we're not going to take the burning ground or the icy blast. Maybe we'll just do things better this time.
Isn't this something?
Okay, good job. You can retarget by clicking the retarget button and then moving. But only if you can't move. Sorry, only if you can cast that without moving. There you go. Oh my god, did you see that? I'm betrayed. Vatnir. Heal off.
That looks like it hurt, yeah?
Poor Vatnir.
Mad Dog won't hunt.
Hilarious, comrade. We should get you to do improv for us.
Ixie on
Cast explode. Vatnir is so wounded. Nope. We're making him come with this because he's new and for plot reasons it's like worthwhile, but I don't approve.
Oh, good.
Vatnir.
Oh, that's the stuff.
They don't have to explicitly be shitty jokes. But if that's what you're most comfortable with. I know. Terrible. Here we go. So, tell me, Nico. Are they not delicious? Whoop. We had that sad dialogue we saw just a little bit ago. Sad. That or this? Oh, I'm sorry, I missed that entirely. I think this means I've failed my performance review when it comes to shitty jokes.
And what do we have here?
Now.
Everything hurts.
This isn't how I usually
More
work.
than usual, even.
I love it. I love it. Amazing.
Consider it done.
Didn't I say I'd do everything better this time? You know what? Oh, he's got 2 wounds now. Amazing. Here, how about you have the boots? Because this poor, poor godlike is going to die. I don't want him to. He's just mostly useless. Superb weapons. Okay, anything special? You want a gun? You want a gun, buddy? You want a poleaxe? I got lots of guns. Is that gonna help? No? Okay. You want a grimoire? No? Alright. Action speed increases. Oh, cool. Loves it. No, I don't want that. There you go. Look, he dies fast enough. I don't need to make him die even faster. That seems irresponsible.
I'm here.
You're barely there. In fact, we need to take a nap because you're so wounded. Batted, yes. Alright, well, like, this is just strictly the best. So everyone get ready to chow down on some delicious fish.
I like how you're always smiling, Mr. Vatnir. You're a nice man.
Yes, yes, a pillar of charm. So everyone keeps telling me.
Hey look, Shotu's staring at us again.
Watcher, my eyes see a monster in you. A real nightmare. You put the fear of gone in me. when I thought I was already well afraid. Tell me, am I dreaming now?
Let's tell her she's dreaming this time.
It's gotta be a dream to be this dark. I saw the stars fall from the sky and the moon wink shut. Only light around is my lantern.
We did, Mako, and then I died. And then we napped.
Everyone smiled as much as you. The captain wouldn't have to work so hard on making people happy.
Were I the Dusk Speaker, I would throw anyone who complained into the sea. That would end the complaints, wouldn't it? Tread lightly.
Obelisk, sigil of pain.
Someone's...
Do we have a protection against that? I think we do. Death? No. Nightmares. Darkness. Pain! Fuck it. You know what? I can't believe I'm doing this. Burning ground trap. Let's do it, baby.
Around over there.
Okay, first, get over there. Second,
I'm here.
yeah, I know. Vela was the only person not hit with the protection ward stone. This makes sense. Nobo.
Sure.
Alright, well, we got a trap now. Do you think we can stack multiple traps? What do you think? I've been working on the trap yards. Yep. Alright, look at that. So yeah, it disarms the other trap, which is funny. Why is Vela there? Okay. Well, we'll see how this goes, huh? Batney, please buff these fools. This is not going to turn out particularly well, methinks. God damn it. Glad I quick saved relatively nearby, huh? Of course, we stole the child, and that to me means that we shouldn't. It would be irresponsible to not have the child with us at all times. That's just how I feel. Because
Can I borrow a sword? I promise to be careful.
ignore that. She's reasonable. Okay, we cannot stack traps.
Hey there. Leave it to me. Easy does it.
Yeah?
Right here.
I do die a lot. Again, like, hilariously, that's part of games. I joke, and so does Deadman. We have this joke in common. It's like, we're bad at games, TM, but like, we're not. It's just that video games, nearly all of them, involve dying a lot. That's just how it goes. And we shouldn't be ashamed or afraid of that.
Good thinking.
Just happens. Oh no, you've spotted us. Quick, don't follow me. Across the trap.
Hey.
Aw.
It's beyond me.
What? Come on, come on. Oh man.
Time to rethink this stratagem.
I think it's fine. Don't worry about it.
Hardly seems fair.
Man,
Something I can do.
this is not convincing me that traps are an appropriate way to play. Yay! See that? See what's happening? That's normal. This is fine. This here? Very normal. Well, look, he did not immediately turn to attack Vela, so I'm pretty happy with this.
Time to rethink this stratagem.
Run, Vela!
Just
Leave it to me.
Like, it is definitely a this makes the... It is definitely this makes the game harder, and it does that on purpose. But I think it is, one, funny, two, legit. We stole the baby. We need to look after the baby, right? And in some way, I'm relatively glad that Slam Shadows has to live with the consequences of stealing a baby.
Time to rethink this stratagem.
There's something new every day.
Let the light guide you. Moe it.
Get him.
See on that's the stuff.
You on that said.
Oh yeah, Slam's got a kill Kith thing. Edwin, would you... What are you doing, babe? Steal some defenses. Oh. I don't like it when that happens. Get them, Slam, your job to kill this one. Good. Did that happen? No? Maybe?
Just like
Alright, cool.
I got this.
Jeez, it's a lot of stuff. Well, I don't think that's gonna last forever, so we should
didn't work.
keep going. Well, now they're taking... Come on. You do it. A little bit back, finally. Jeez. Two is a little less, yeah. Oh yeah, you're totally right. On the faction level, they're even more miserable. But there is an effective choose your own,
Look at that. I see where you're going with that.
like, go your own way
This
faction.
calls for there.
It's likely what we'll end up doing. It's just, it's harder. Yeah, the interpersonal. Like, remember that Adair's quest. Adair's quest, for example, was like something awful is gonna happen. Like, you're gonna discover something awful about this man's brother. The best thing you can discover is that he did not, in fact, betray his brother, right? And you never. And the whole ending is you never find out, and he's dead. Like, it's sad. That's cynical. That's difficult. And this one here, like, you're looking for an old lost love of Adair, and then you find that lady's son. Jesus, what? Well, that's not the obelisk I thought it was. Party member has 3 injuries. If they get a 4th injury, they will die. Good God. That's awful.
I'm here.
Nope.
I'm ready.
That's not doing it. Who was hitting them? Slam Shadows hits Veilingid with... Ugh.
I could go for some shut-eye about now.
Good God. Let's see if we've got a... of death. Yep. And then we got to take a nap. That's an awful thing to just have there.
Hey. Hey.
I guess rebooting wasn't kidding. When she was like... There you go. Sigil of Death Ward Zone. Now we should be able to walk in without... Excellent. You're exactly right, rebooting. You're exactly right. It's not a bad thing to say there were no particular answers for this one. It's just
I bit my tongue. Kind of.
we got to be aware that that's not satisfying for all the players. You get it, and you get it, and you get it, but not everyone does, I'm afraid. Some of you just get penetration with spells. And damage? Penetration with spells and damage? 1, 2, 3, 2 of those.
I can't wait to make
Almost
some.
dinner. Yeah, like I should have done that, right? But the wand isn't enough. Marble. Okay, dog. Dog's off being a dog. Whew.
I got it.
And those ones are particularly bad. I thought it was just going to be 3 paint. The passage down is encased in solid ice. Well, look at that. We made it.
This rope descends to the temple.
I love what is dead as it and it means nothing. The weirdest thing is some of my favorite side quests, and companion quest, is like Grieving Mother, and the whole thing is just you. The only thing you're doing is delving into a history. That's it. Good writing friggin' saves it. A thick spike juts from the ice here. Someone has secured a rope to it, and it dangles down the sheer face below. Test the rope. Seems entirely secure. The rope itself is strong, and ice is formed around the grappling hook, freezing it in place. Well, descend the rope. You carefully make your way down the rope, feet only occasionally slipping against the frozen wall. A small cylindrical object protrudes from the wall. Swing closer to the object. Definitely a dare. Right? Gotta be. The dare pushes hard against the stone, swinging out over the icy abyss. The item seems to be an ice pick, its head frozen much like the grappling hook above. Can we get it? With an echoing grunt, Adair swings again towards the pick, grasping it. The object doesn't come free of the wall, leaving your companion clinging to both rope and handle. Let go of the rope, your weight will break it free. I'm gonna hit one, we're gonna press might and see what happens, right? But I should note how hilarious it is that we might just select 3 if 1 doesn't work. Adair heaves against the pick, breaking it free with an echoing crack before swinging back again across the ice face like a pendulum. Oh, we've got Glacier Beam. Oh, lovely, look at that. It's superb, and it's serrated. Send to the ice ledge. You carefully descend the ice face. There's no justice except me killing them, and it doesn't make you feel any better. Yeah, like, 1 is heavily cynical. I think that kind of makes the victory over the Hollowborn slightly sweeter, but it does mean that the sequel should, as it does, get a little bit cheerier, because you've already proven that seemingly insurmountable and painful scenarios can be fixed. And that's a decent, notable, intelligent way to go forward, and I'm glad they did it. Evatnir, instead of this, you're going to have a better one. Beep. There you go, buddy. Harder than ice. 1 penetration after taking freeze damage. That's terrible. Beneficial effects. There you go, when you crit. Ta-da. There you go. It's still serrated, though. Yeah. I mean, like, it's not strictly spoilery, you know?
Hardly a homey place for a temple.
I guess all we've specifically said there is that we're not going to suddenly decide that Aethys is actually a villain, right? That's the spoiler here. We've spoken to him a couple of times. He seems pretty reasonable, which is odd. Like, several times we have spiritually been run next to him and he hasn't gone, bitch, and killed us, which he could. So there we know something's happening there. And even if you are of the persuasion of just, I'm going to fucking kill you the whole time, he's still like, oh yeah, well, good job. So it's not a it's not a massive spoiler to note that he's not strictly a big bad guy doing a big bad thing. He's having flow-on effects, crushing people and stealing their souls. And when he fucks up the pilgrimage, because he's moving from infused Adropilla to infused Adropilla across the Deadfire, when he fucks that up, he kills everyone as he steps across. And he feels bad about it, but they're dead, right?
You'll find the Wheatmouth within the lower level of this temple.
Oh, damaged rhyme construct. Hey, buddy. Though largely intact, there seems to be a leak somewhere within this construct. A trail of sweet-scented green fluid winds down the machine's carapace. The ice beneath it is blackened, as if burned. Investigate the leak. A panel on the side of the device allows access to its inner workings. Within, you can see the reservoir from which the fluid oozes. Gears, cogs, and similar mechanisms fill the inside of the machine, however, and a false move might result in maimed fingers, or worse, siphon fluid from the construct. You contrive a simple siphon from some tubing and basic physics, allowing you to draw a large measure of fluid from the construct without disturbing it. Gained an item, rhyme construct fluid. The color of this thick green ooze seems like it should be luminescent, but it does not, in fact, glow in the dark. With a consistency like the phlegm of a dying man and an acidity that corrodes anything organic, this viscous goo should almost certainly never be ingested by anyone ever. We're gonna put it in alcohol, baby! Yeah.
We have here.
And...
Good thinking.
Ooh, fuck. 3 traps in a row. This may be like... I don't want to get too political here, right? But killing people is bad. Even if you're doing it for a very good reason.
Been disabled, sister.
Where are the frostbitten temple guards?
Fuck the temple guards. Let us to the breach.
They're loving saying fuck in this expansion. This is DLC. I sucked that Robocop. And
Shadows on the snow.
we're gonna put its Robocum in alcohol. Like, counterpoint maker, I don't want to cut you off, but yes, some people should die, you know? And I'm actually not against that. It's terrible to say, but yeah. On the other hand, when the people... Oh, God damn it.
Quick rest would help if you don't mind.
Shut up in there. But in the end, Aethys isn't choosing people, he's randomly killing them. A little of killing, yeah, that's true. Like, expertly use and target the appropriate... Yeah, whatever. As a treat, if you've been a very good girl. Murphy was a tool of the establishment. And then he became Robocop.
Bathed by shadows.
Look there.
I got this. I got this.
I shouldn't be so pleased with myself for that one, but it's very funny. To me. Oh, frighten all enemies. Fucking get him, Vatnir. Woo! Frightened. I don't actually know what frightened does, but I bet it's going to make this easier.
I think I can pull that off.
Shit. Wait, guys, attack. Like, actively attack. Use your abilities.
That must have hurt.
Oh, good.
Not possible, I'm afraid.
Okay, now everyone move over to that except Slam. I need you to get a killing blow. Excellent. God damn it.
I'll take her. Yeah.
It's weird when they did this. I'm like,
is better suited to the task.
go kill them and you kill this guy, okay?
And that's how absolutely
Just like that.
never happens.
What? What is going on?
That's gonna leave a scar.
Did you get the kill? Get the kill.
Show them how it's done.
Thank you.
I think I can pull that off.
Pull out all your healing, man. What is going on with this lot?
The enemy.
Let's reap this
Oh,
world.
get the bear, I guess.
Right here, sure.
It would seem.
You're immobilized, of course. That makes more sense. Alright. Slide of Shadows. You got another kill. I don't think it counts because you need to use the weapon. Yeah, with Modware. 8 of 25. It's going to take forever. Oh, hello, Kibble. Good to see you tonight. Let me scroll up. 8:30 approaches. 8:30 is late for dinner time.
Watching.
God, we probably shouldn't have started feeding the cat at 6 because that still seems early. When, after being hit or crit, next weapon attack does for each damage. Yeah, sounds good. Let's do that. Off. Thank you.
I make it look better by comparison. Mm-hmm.
Good job, Slam.
I got this.
Sure we can, Emma. I mean, if you're not in the
Something I
study,
can do.
you'll just hear it with a short
Okay.
delay. That's all.
Did you expect to find something here?
Yes, that's why we're searching, Vatnir. Come on. Alright, see, that's reasonable. More Beast of Winter statues? Kibble and bits! Very good. Wow, okay, well, I guess we can't get through this side. We went through all of that for nothing. Betrayed. Best cave it is. Oh. Cats that don't eat, like an animal, a pet that doesn't eat literally all of the food in front of it and then, say, go through someone's handbag on the table looking for spare bits of food just in case. That's incredible. An animal is not that misbehaving? Emma. You're correct.
And what do we have here?
I guess, from what I pick up from listening to you, one of the experts. Loot. My favorite kind. Stuff, crafting ingredients I don't look at at all, just hope
The
I
dragon
have.
breached the chapel walls.
Greenhide is there! She turns her prayers to Rimagant!
It's not gonna work.
With me, sister! We must to her defense!
Rimagad is not gonna help you not get destroyed. That's kind of his whole shtick. Comrade. Poking people, having them fall apart,
Consider it done.
stealing their stuff. No! Fuck, okay. Oh,
Wait.
I don't want to do this. Alright.
I'm listening.
Oh,
This thing isn't doing the job.
That looks like it hurt.
Something I can do?
goddamn video games. Hey man, do you like bears? I do like bears. You're gonna have to kill a bear. You did not kill the bear. Also, everything in this game is about, well, not everything, but a lot of things are about killing things and taking their stuff. So you probably want to kill the bear. Like, oh, terrible. Sorry, bear. Yeah, see, I was
Time to rethink this stratagem.
rebooting
Just like
not that hard. You can just change the.
Mowing.
I believe you'd be able to change the entries on the table, but it's more work than I have done and would do. I always appreciate people who remove spiders
I'm here.
and replace them with something else.
Straight away.
One of the earliest mods of Dragon Age was to
I'm
replace
listening.
spiders
I'm here.
with bears. Not my favorite, but fair enough. It said mama bear. Why couldn't it just say large bear or bear that literally asked for this? Fjord. Its name's Ford or Fjord. Constitution. Additional frost damage with each melee attack. This rambunctious snow bear cub can often be caught chasing seagulls and chewing on your spare boots. He'll eat whatever's on hand, but he shows a strong preference for frozen Yusei and chunks of rotten shark meat. Well, the party's gonna have 2 bears now.
Something I can...
3 after I equip this one. Yeah, rebooting, you okay? Bear that's a real asshole, trust us. Exactly. I just killed that baby's mama. It's not fair. The whole thing's like you had. Everyone's like you had the option to not kill the pet, kill the bear. I'm like, yeah, but I wanted
What
the
do you
bear
need?
pet as well.
I got it.
Actually, I guess that's a cool thing that Divinity Original Sin does. It gives you an option to talk to most animals. Animals, specifically. That's progress. Yeah, it almost certainly is. Oh, also, Conrad, if you wanted to start Critical Role, start with Season 3. Because that's where Laura's voice is doing that thing. A depression in the ice has collected a small portion of the construct's vital fluids. Despite the frigid air and colder surface, it remains a liquid. Or at least a sludge. Sniff it. Sniff, sniff, sniff. The noxious smell of rotting gourki fruit with the notes of naphtha and rust. Identify the liquid. The substance seems an admixture of naphtha and water with an agent produced through the chemical combination of a mixture of alcohol and phosphorus with one of silver salt with potash. It's undoubtedly toxic. Collect it. Sleight of hand. Ooh, 7's the closest we get. Let's go, Yidwin. Yidwin adroitly scoops some of the fluid into a container, careful not to touch it with anything save the bottle. A few drops fall to the floor, hissing where they land. When the steam clears, you see that the fluid has melted a small hole in the ice. Oh, rhyme construct fluid. We got 2 now. Fatness eyes. Perhaps Vidar should not be adding this to the locker. Why? I think it'd be funny. Do it. His constructs have been picked clean. A sweet-smelling liquid drips from their open wounds. Oh, they got some living iron too.
Real challenge.
Give me a real challenge. I just told you to loot something. It's not supposed to be hard. Liam's not playing extremely emo boy? No. As someone who plays extremely emo characters sometimes, I find that hard to believe. No, I believe it's good. Yeah, it sounds good. I should give it a go. As I have said multiple times, I have not yet finished Season 2. Even though I enjoyed it a lot. Enough to buy merch. Bought merch, guys.
I don't think so.
Touch it. This icy chasm extends to no visible bottom.
Thought this would bleed more.
Very extra. Okay, well that's good. I appreciate it. Look, it's roleplayers, man. It's a good thing to do something different for a change. The sim sits on the frozen ground, Ryan clinging to its flesh, wings draped protectively over its shoulders. Its mouth hangs agape, and the wrinkles around its eyes indicate that they're squeezed tightly shut. It grasps the small objects in its hands. Examine the object. The imp's knobby knuckles wrap about what at first appears to be a sphere of solid ice, though a palpable power pulses beneath its surface, further cooling the frigid air around it. Examine the imp. The imp is not as unmoving as it first appears. You catch the slightest twitch at the tip of an ear and notice slight tension in its bony digits. The creature is alive, possibly in some form of hibernation. You okay there, buddy? The imp remains motionless and unresponsive.
You thinking it's ready for my lantern?
Hello? The imp remains motionless and unresponsive.
Hey, this could just be how they sleep. You don't know.
Tap it on the head. The imp's flesh feels cold and hard beneath your fingers. Replace the frozen relic with the stone relic. We got a stone relic? You withdraw the stone from your pack and attempt to quickly swap it with the frozen orb. The imp's grip on the orb proves stronger than you expected, foiling your attempt at a fast switch. As he pulls the creature's spindly fingers from the orb, its bright blue eyes burst open. The imp leaps away from you with a prolonged hiss, its leathery wings holding it aloft.
Ah, Wormling not take my ball. It's not Wormlings to take. Go away! This place not your home. You probably die here.
What have you got there?
Thing not for your knowing.
I understand that you're attached to the relic, but perhaps we could find a way we both get what we want.
All wants is ball. Has ball already.
I love this form of challenge. Anyone who's had me run a game for them for like longer than about 5 sessions or so will absolutely near 100% chance have had me give you this sort of problem. One that can be absolutely solved by you going fuck it and drawing your sword and stabbing the bastard, right? But I think it's fucking hilarious to try and get a raccoon out of your cart. Why? Because the solution could very well be I cast telekinesis and wring its furry neck. But that makes you an evil jerk. Why would you do that? Bring me grease demons, exactly. Like, the solution could very well be use violence, or it's much funnier to, like, argue. And have a very strange, loud, sometimes aggressive but not violent enemy essentially force you to interact with it.
If give ball to Wormling, what will Imp have?
It scratches its head with one hand, hugging the sphere tightly to its jutting ribs with the other. Look at all this. Look at all these options. I'd like you to choose one. Yeah. The same sugar daddy. I don't hate that at all. That's good. Okay, 1. I'll give you this stone relic in exchange. It's much larger than a ball of ice. 2. Give 20,000 copper. I'll be willing to give a veritable chest of gold for it. Thousands worth. You could buy so many balls. 3. Give 8,000 copper. I'll buy it from you. How's a bag of gold sound? This is bluff. 4. What you won't have is a curse. That relic leaves those who carry it cold, hungry, and alone, but I'm sure you knew that. No lie to imp? It's funny to lie to an imp. Yeah. No votes for 4 then. Oh well. Well, just comrade. Which counts. Yeah, lie to imp. Lie to imp. No lie to imp? Oh no, they got this wrong. No, comma, lie to imp. No money down. They're not going to give him 20,000 copper. Not repeating the whole shit post. As much as I want to. Alright, we've got several votes for 1, let's do that. I'll give you the stone relic in exchange. It'll last much longer than a ball of ice.
Wormling may find rock shiny, but it only cold, hard nothing.
We got 3 options. 1, using, I think, intellect? Yeah. You dismiss the stone because it's not obviously magical, but you neglect its value as a cultural artifact. It would command its own price from any of the worshippers at the outpost down the way. Or, bluff. You don't recognize the Stone of Winter Dusk? It wards the bearer from Rimigan's influence. You'll never be called lonely, hungry, or sick as long as you bear it on your person. Imp is bastard, baby. We have an imp on our ship, too. Like, its name is Worthless Idiot. They're known for throwing their poop at people. Lie to imp. Yeah, I love it. Determined to be nice. Well, that's fine. If Chad is insisting that Slam is a nice person, and Golem King isn't here to back up Comrade. Lying to imp isn't being mean. Well, kind of. Slam is a bluffing kind. You're totally right, but we've got several votes for one, so let's do that. You dismiss the stone because it's not obviously magical, but you neglect its value as a cultural artifact. It would command its own price from any of the worshippers at the outpost down the way. The imp stares at you, brilliant blue eyes narrowed to sharp edges.
No! One thinks itself so smart with its big words and fancy words. Now, friends, time for Wormlings to leave now!
It waves a sphere over its head. We should have. We should have.
Can't make a dent.
Perhaps we should have lied to the imp. Who could know? Comrade could know. Edwin. I think perhaps Edwin needs to wear heavier armor. He's like, this happens all the time. Would you? Thank you. Honestly, Adair is going to be okay.
Right away.
Move a little closer.
And that's how it's done.
A little bit closer. A little bit. That'll do. Cool. There you go. He's fine now. This is, I believe, the worst battle track of the game. I don't think it's strictly awful. It's just
Wasn't that bad.
the worst one.
Oh, good. Yeah.
This isn't how I usually work.
It's not going to do much, man. You're going to need to exploit it. Adair's doing great. Fighter roads, baby.
I'm here.
Why do you have two?
That was about as useful as a bump on a pickle.
Perfect. There we go. Do we even need this ball? Yes. Amir said we put it on a pillar, up one level, and it opens the door. They are delicious, but the whole of the pickle is delicious. Eye of Rimigan. Quest item. Grants Winter's Veil as well. Veil Touch. Less damage and can't be critically hit by attacks without veil piercing. That's really useful.
I'm here.
Are we gonna fight someone?
Oh yeah, it's a trinket. And the best thing is, we have a trinket slot. Pretty sure. Yeah. You go in the Grimoire slot. There, the user and the allies. In combat, you can pull it up.
I'm here.
Of course.
Ah, Rembrandt Temple's up there too. That's pickle-shaped things. I would argue that using a pickle itself would be a bad idea for that. Due to all the vinegar.
Bathed by shadows.
Unburied. Unburied and unmourned. Look, mate. No one said he's going to be unmourned.
I got this. I got this.
Did you see that? I paused in time.
This one think
Oh my god.
clever.
If you insist. This isn't as effective as you seem to think.
Oh, good.
Oh no! There's a Papa Snow Bear now.
Nuh-uh, didn't work. What can I do you for?
Glory be! I'm listening.
Yeah?
Get Terrify out of it.
Gotta have something here that works.
All thick, worthy, raw.
There's something you don't see every day.
Come on. Hobble. Not bad.
Show him how it's done!
Strange.
Blind the bear.
Yeah?
I just don't think explicitly the bump part makes a pickle any more delicious.
As effective as you seem to think.
Vardy, stop being a dick about it.
On it.
Cucumbers are not like
Nuh-uh, didn't work.
brie pickle. Yeah, but that's not exactly. That's not vinegar. In the end, you could use something that is more body safe and probably
Be right there.
still tasty after the process. The process. Symbols so clinical.
Tread lightly.
Have here.
Oh my god.
Watch and learn.
Oh my god, look at them all. Good lord. I'm gonna take a nap before we get into that breach. Whew, large shield, one-handed, soulbound, amazing. Large shield weapon proficiency. Oh, that's really good. Shame none of us use shields in this current party.
Right on target.
Oh, jeez, everyone starts really into it. Oh, well, relaxed, okay. Turn it down if we keep having too much trouble. She's very low in health. What? Another heal. Gon's pledge.
This will do.
At least Vela hasn't gone down, right?
Of course. Right here. Just have to try something else.
Abigail from Stardew Valley.
And the light
She eats
wanes.
minerals. Or at least her default response to I like this gift is, oh, how did you know I was hungry? And then it was fixed by the developer and everyone was like, you put that back right the hell now. That was hilarious.
Yeah.
We like her implying that she's gonna eat
Didn't work.
amethyst.
Not possible.
She's a cool weird chick.
I'm listening.
It makes sense in context as well. They can no, it's a frost spirit. Casting ice blast is a bad idea.
Exactly what I was going for.
He doesn't have a lot of healing on him.
Yeah?
Sure he does.
Show him how it's done.
On it.
Okay, take him down. Good. A little bit more.
Smart, don't it? On it. Happy to oblige. What can I do you for?
Whew.
Bathed by shadows.
Isn't this something?
Uh-oh. Thick layers of ice coat this chest, sealing it closed. Oh, we're all winded. Alright. Anyway, open it with Glacier Bane. With a few heavy strikes, you break away much of the ice, leaving the chest's lid accessible. Small gap large enough for a pry bar of Keith's fingers. Fire ability. Blast it with fire. Who's a pry bar? You wriggle the pry bar between the body of the container and the lid. You carefully press down the unyielding iron, and with the cracking of wood and ice alike, the lid rises upwards. The chest is opened. You've lost an item. Pry bar? Oh no. Living steel, living iron. Frosty! Small and cold to the touch, this construct may be a prototype, not a product, tinkering, or toy. Bonus armor against freeze, and freeze text, bonus accuracy. Cool, not that useful. I didn't intend that one. If I intended the pun, I would have made it clear. Promise. Well, I had it all wrong. I thought you had to put the ice ball there and it unlocks this door, but apparently that's not the case. We've just been through the whole area instead. Oh well. The Brian Bound Temple. That's where all of them are. Still. Am I breaking at 8:30? Yes! Shit. Well, we might actually just go for a little bit longer and then I will list the break. Won't be soon. Will be soon. Ah, fuck it. What am I doing? Yes, we'll break at 8:30. I'm like, a dramatically appropriate one is when we walk up to the gate now that we've got everything to go through the gate. But like, let's just take a break now. In there. Temple of Decline. Oh, we need to go down again. Anyway. Let's have a break. I don't have a timer set on this one, so I'll be back in, I'd say, ta-da, we're back. Huzzah! What did I make tonight? Mead, again. But I added a half shot of limoncello because I did that and then watered it down with like soda a couple of nights ago. That was nice, but honestly, just a limoncello is perfect. Back and unmuted. In a single step. Nothing went wrong at all. So no cocktails tonight, just mead. I don't know of any cocktails that use mead as an ingredient. It's hard. A lot of the time it's like beer. But it's pretty good. Like, I've certainly enjoyed it a lot. And with the glass I poured for me and the glass I poured for Emma, that's the end of the mead. Of that bottle, and I have a whole other one to figure out what I'm doing with. Glad you have managed to get comfy and snugly into bed, Rebooter. Excellent work. The Temple of Decline. Actually, there's a thing to loot out there. Back out we go. We want the loot, baby. It's my favorite thing. Also, Vela, please. No, Vela loves talking. She'll say random things all the time. This is what we get for kidnapping a small child and not killing her. We would never. Never. We're too nice for that. Don't worry about it. Are you ready? Are you ready? Oh shit, we're not ready. Oh god. Oh no. Oh, thank fuck. Whew. Oof. Zoop.
The Feetmouth. It ate the dragon.
Good.
See that? It was like something had a hold of its tail.
I got this. I got this.
This icy chasm extends to no visible bottom. But I love visible bottoms. What you initially take for yet another frozen corpse appears on closer inspection to be a heavily armored finger encrusted in a jagged layer of cloudy bluish ice. No one's close enough except to dare. Well, we're going to leave it big because we need to be closer to figure out what's going on. Right. Jagged layer of cloudy bluish ice. The warrior's upraised hand seems to be reaching out towards something, this fingers splayed wide and grasping. Well, let's examine the armor. Jeez. Religion and history, let's hope. Just religion will be enough. Partial success. Breastplate and chain worn by the figure seem significantly more intricate than anything else I've seen since arriving at Harbinger's Watch. Padding and heavy cloth complete the panoply, probably as protection against the cold. Barely visible through the ice, you can make out etchings suggested for the imagery of Remigand, snowflake skulls, and of course the horned face of the Aurochs. Examine the outstretched hand, perception, and something. Resolve? No. Two of the fingers have been broken from the hand. Based on the hard, sharp edges of what's left, it seems this occurred after the figure froze over. Angle of the joints indicate the warrior once gripped something tightly, something since removed. Deep scratches in the wrist suggest that someone clawed at the figure long after it froze over, perhaps to remove the absent object. It's just not high enough. Not high enough insight, I think. Yeah. Okay. Search for the presence of spirits. Open your soul to the presence of other spirits. While a few strands of weak soul energy cling to the frozen figure, you sense no soul present within nor near the body. Let's take the helm off. Helmet does not appear to be as solidly frozen to the figure as the rest of the armor. A few minutes spent wriggling and tugging at it frees the helm. You lift it to reveal an elfin woman with bluish white skin and darker blue hair. Her coloration in the heavy epicanthic folds hooding her eyes mark her as Glenfellan. Ah, helm of the White Void. Lovely. Remove the armor. The armor's intricate straps, weave chain, and interlocking plates of frozen solid. Removing the armor without damaging the warrior within may prove difficult, if not impossible. Use fire. Melt the ice as my magic. Ah, do it. There you go. An evil turned away from the sun. You called forth a gouth of burning essence. Not quite. Steam billows outward as the ice melts away from the corpse. After a moment, flickering orange light and cracking sounds emerge from within the cloud as the corpse's clothes ignite. The charred remains sag to the floor, rapidly cooling as a magical flame runs its course. You gather the miraculously unharmed armor from the remains. Guardian's plate. Speak a prayer for the elf soul. Take a few minutes to consign the deceased to the wheel. You leave the remains behind. Neat! Yeah, I mean, there are other options. I think that one's the funniest. Hey, Vadnir. Oh, you can't wear helmets. Alright, well. Hey, Vadnir. Oh, it's soulbound? Actually, never fucking mind, buddy. Idiom armor. Look. Light armor. The thing is, you need that because you gotta attack so fast. Who wears heavy armor? Oh, you. I think it's you, buddy. Wearing heavy armor before? You're gonna get something that spreads chaos. Hell yeah. Oh, fuck, look at that option. Bind her to what class? Fuck. Good god, okay, well, fighter. Reforge the soul of a follower of Rimagand. Okay. That would be hard. I'll get right on that, I guess. New hat. Body affliction and mind affliction attacks. Because knockdown is a body affliction. Palutena is there, the hate one. Yeah, essentially. Something tells me she'd be really annoyed if I managed to put, like, Rimagand's heavy armor on her. Day used to be, that's for sure. And he will do so again. He'll still deal lots of damage.
Oh, you shouldn't have.
Yeah, enjoy your gift.
Yeah?
Before we go into the Vitnath, if ifs and buts were candied nuts, dexterity and perception, penetration with spells and damage, you get this dexterity and perception. You guys can crit a lot. That will be your job. Yeah, seafood stew. Love it. Perception, resolve, intellect. Our favorite.
I'm safe with you, Captain. I just know it is all.
Yeah, I would kind of want to play through as a paladin. I played through Kingmaker as a paladin the first time, and it was highly enjoyable. When the game lets you do non-lawful stupid things, paladin is fun. Because it gives you the opportunity to be like morally certain, and moral certainty and confidence in yourself is something
You
that I
stand
wish I
before
had.
the shining portal that devoured the dragon. This close, you see it as a ragged-edged tear in the world. As you near, the portal flares bright, brighter, too bright to stand. When the light fades, and at last you can see again, a great, shaggy aurochs stands before you. A bone-snapping chill radiates from the creature. It is the manifestation of Remergand.
Whoops.
Herald of Bereth, you teeter on the very precipice of your death.
Uh-oh.
To once again violate my realm. Do you desire dissolution after all?
I'm tired, Rimagand. I'm ready for this all to be over.
Eora asks much of you and gives you little in return. I, however, will give you the peace you yearn for.
A deep, dry chuckle reverberates throughout the chamber. It shakes the platform beneath your feet.
I gotta stop taunting Rimagand into doing this.
Then comes a crack and a moan, like ice calving.
I think we are, Loxy.
You are momentarily weightless, formless, free. And then you know no more.
I gotta stop taunting Rimagand like that. I think it's fucking hilarious, right? The game gives you this option. Essentially, every time you talk to Rimagand, you can be like, "Do it, bitch," and then he goes, "Okay," and then you die. Because death doesn't mean that much when you die all the time and have to load your saves.
You stand before the shining portal that devoured the dragon. This close, you see it as when the
Herald to once again violate my realm. Do you desire dissolution after all?
I have work yet to do.
Yes, Bereth does keep their hound on a short leash.
Why? Okay, I'll turn this into an actual lesson. Use the benefits of the system you're using, the mechanism you're using, right? In this game, you can save and load, and when you die, it's fine. It's cheap, it costs nothing, right? So make it like using the benefits of what you have in front of you to make a more stronger feeling, right? To get the atmosphere right, to make the players feel like the decision actually matter, is reflecting the things that are happening. Like, I think it would be worth if your players insult a divinity of death to just die. I'm sorry, if the players' characters insult the divinity of death, they should die. Just immediately, right? And perhaps some other different form of divine intervention will bring them back, but it would make sense.
Should you ever want for a final freedom from the Pallid Knight's grasp, seek me. I will gladly grant it.
Will you now, buddy? Or if only there was some sort of evidence of that.
Passing through the breach will shred your soul into its constituent parts, to little more than wayward motes of essence.
It is a little predictable. Oh, okay, Emma. I can do that.
Knowing that, what do you want?
What happened to the dragon?
Her soul was drawn through the breach, the Vitmouth, and into the beyond.
Comrade, no!
Neriskirlas has bound her soul to a relic from the days when the gods walked Aora as titans.
Huh. It's nearest Skierless.
This relic lies in the beyond, and it holds her soul captive there.
Terrifying, comrade. Who's nearest Skierless?
That is the name the dragon chose for herself.
Right. What relic?
It is one of the many things Kith have thrown into the beyond, in hopes it might be devoured by the White Void.
Why did the dragon bind her soul to it?
The relic cannot be destroyed. In her ignorance, Neriskirlas hoped that tying her soul to it would save her from death.
So it is a vessel.
She is mistaken. True death has not claimed her yet. But it will. It is inevitable.
Is that why this iceberg is here?
Yes. The iceberg is the natural result of Neriskirlas' desperate attempt to evade death.
Dragons, right?
Every time she escapes from the beyond into the here, she tears the hole a little wider. And so, the chill of my realm spreads.
And your cult, the Harbingers, what about them?
They have done as Kith always do. They have claimed for themselves a place that is not their own. They are no concern of mine.
What a loving, caring god. What's the difference between the Vitmouth and the White Void?
The Vitmouth is the gaping maw of entropy. The White Void is the hunger that gnaws at the guts of Aora and cannot be sated.
Helpful, thank you. Your breach will freeze the dead fire if you don't close it.
That is unfortunate for you.
You don't care?
I do not.
Alright.
However, there is something you may do for me.
Really? Is it kill the dragon?
Like a maggot, the dragon Neriskirlas has burrowed beneath the skin of my realm. Destroy her.
What's in it for me?
A temporary reprieve from my inevitable victory.
I know you're the enigmatic god of cold and all, but I need more to go on than that.
Eradicate the dragon, and the Vitmouth will close, sparing your precious realm the insatiable cold of the White Void.
With pleasure.
A low rumble shakes the ground beneath your feet.
I would rather watch you fail than bar your entry.
Oh, so kind.
But you lack the means to enter the Vitmouth and survive the journey. You must seek the Eye of Rimmergand, a relic that once belonged to my vassal, Reinhider. It is a cold, blue stone, and it lies somewhere within this temple.
Me and this, buddy? Yeah? Wait, hold on. You mean this, buddy? Yeah? That's squishy. Yeah.
Indeed.
Yes, indeed.
Approach the Veetmouth with the relic in hand. It will grant your soul safe passage into the Shattered Realms.
This is the elaborate double bluff, and then you'll step in and die.
The White Void's only purpose is to destroy souls, and it is adept at doing so. I will not stop my servants there from their work. They will treat you no differently than any wayward soul. Should you fall to their predations, not even Bereth will be able to save you.
Oh. So if we die here, you die in real life.
Remergand pauses, his dark cluster of eyes watching you intently.
One final thing, Watcher.
Comrade is stirring shit.
You must destroy that dragon.
I wanted to.
When his words fall silent, and only the shriek of
Why
the wind
wouldn't I?
through the breach remains, the light flares again, then quickly dies. You open your eyes and find the beast gone.
He always is. Well, here we go. I think it's funny that in that
The
conversation,
blinding light of the breach
Vatnu said
pulses
nothing.
in time with the heartbeat of Aora. Your soul pulses in response.
probably hear a cat. Whispers? Hey. Come here, little guy. Into the breach. Whispers? Come here. Come on. That's it. The heating tray... The heating pad is on. No? You don't want to go stare at Emma's potatoes. Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. What a good kitty. Yeah? That's it. Alright. Hey, don't rub against that. Come on, dude. That's the microphone. Locate the dragon.
Looks like trouble.
Soul collector. It's fine. Do we? There we go.
Glory be.
I'll just have to try some else.
It doesn't seem to be doing that much, does it? Perhaps I spoke too soon? I think you're also salty that we didn't just lie to the imp. I don't lie easily. In video games, I absolutely do. But everyone voted. Oh my god, what? Where did that healing come from? I don't know.
No one noticed that, right?
It's like, it's spending a lot of time stunned, so this is going very, very well for us. There you go. Good job, Shreddy. One ability for one class. Long range damage. I think we're definitely going priest. At least more priest. Revive and heal allies. Let's do that. Lucky cat?
I'm safe with you, Captain. I just know it is all.
Vila, you have never been less safe than you are right now. Oh, hey! Oh, that didn't turn out well for whoever that was.
You followed me into the abyss? Have you so little respect for the scant years your fragile form affords you?
The dragon growls through sword-like teeth, yet the meaning behind the sounds rings within your mind.
I know not why the short-sightedness of Kith continues to surprise me. Leave while the option remains, lest you be bound here as I am.
You'll feel a lot less trapped after I kill you. Again.
Do you make a habit of inflicting yourself upon your betters?
Yes! Oh, yes! Yes, I do. Hilariously, as Slam Shadows, as Jimbos, and as Comrade.
Do you believe your work righteous?
Maybe not, but the work pays. That's not very nice. That's for the gods to judge. The beast snorts repeatedly, a low growl rumbling within its long throat. It's laughing.
Your self-appointed divinities merit no such authority.
Also true.
Hell, they got more right to it than some half-rotted lizard.
The great reptile's head cranes to the right, turning a glowing eye upon you. A snort flares her nostrils.
Descend into the void or do not. I care neither way. But know that within its depths do all things encounter their endings.
Oh. Well, dragon didn't... Phew, glad we weren't standing there, fuck. The sun follows the dragon's descent. A faint twinge plays along the hair on your arms. For a moment, you realize the sensation stems from your soul. A faint echo of essence across your watcher's senses. The fractured pieces of the armored spirit you saw rush to battle near Aeschylus reach out to you, beckoning. Oh. Collect the soul fragments. Faintly pulsing strands of soul essence collect here as if seeking one another's comfort. As you reach out to with your spirit, the broken soul seems to peer back at you. The damned dragon hisses as you drive the mace upwards into the bottom of its jaw. It attempts to bat you away from the Vietmouth, but you duck beneath its claws. You jam the edge of your shield into the side of its neck. You will not again allow it passage into the world of the living. With an abrupt shock of pain, the vision ends. The strands of the sundered soul cling to you like cobwebs. Faintly pulsing strands of soul essence stretch toward you, interweaving with those you collected before. Your spirit grows stronger within you. It's an honor, your mother told you. The altar of decline rarely sends for Gandhur. Oh. Among the clans, but your heart breaks as the land recedes behind the ship. You never noticed it before, such warmth for your frigid home, but it is stark as day in its absence. You'll sail north, the captain tells you, keeping well to the west of Nasataka and its stout defenders. The journey will take weeks, but it'll be quicker, he says, as he points you towards the oars, if you're rowing with the rest of us. Roiling essence settles within you. Alright. Grab ourselves a soul, put it together, check out what's going on. Faintly, there you go. Rinheda, Olrun's daughter, dragged again before the elders were wandering. Never leave the clan without another, they said before. Would say again, each time drumming it into her shoulders with a staff of etched bone. The land is one of endings, the beast of winter's dread Demesne. Demesne? I suck at that word. Where he lurks beneath the snow, above the stars, and within red fangs and claws. Never walk alone. The girl will not learn. Jan Leafold. Jan Leafold. For her ears are frozen shut. She wants to hit him, but he's a bare-blooded adult grown, and she but a gawkish child of fish and berries. He's not worth another drumming. The elder silences him. She will learn, the wise Delph answers, or she will die. Regardless, she belongs to Remagand and not to you. The reconstituted soul pulses like a heart. Is it truly back together yet? Not yet. You only approach the essence before it sweeps towards you, drawn into the growing soul, clinging on to your own. Frigid cold washes over you. You have to ignore the screaming to shut it out and focus. The dragon's at the doors, and you've been moments before it breaches them, before it reaches the Vitmouth to sup on Remagan's gateway, as it has so many of your kin. You will not allow it. In your prayers, you open the way to Remagan, forging a road of your soul from here through the beyond and into the very depths of the White Void. He accepts. The Vitmouth opens. Winter claims all. Domain, yeah. D-main. Oh, okay. The spirit tears itself from you, stepping away even as it manifests a visible form. Hello there! The soul stands before you, shimmering and indistinct, her sharp elfin features fading to nothing at the edges and extremities. You recognize her form as that of the armored corpse standing frozen in the temple beyond the portal.
You trespass.
The soul's voice seems to come from everywhere at once, from her, from the air around you, and from within your own mind. Its chill runs down the sides of your neck, and numbness descending from your ears to your shoulders. Fardir gapes at the phantasm and retreats a step toward the portal. I have an invitation.
Yes, you and all others. Yet you arrived before the appointed hour.
Her brow furrows.
Or perhaps after.
Your figure takes a step closer, and the air grows colder, drier. Frost spreads from her feet.
You retain yourself. Your life, your awareness, your soul.
I'm a watcher.
Interesting and advantageous, I suspect. But relevant?
No, but I said it anyway.
Your presence suggests that Rimagand has chosen a new guardian to put the worm to the blade.
A new one?
To succeed where I have failed.
You tried to kill that monster? Do you know what it is?
Before it came here, it was a dragon. What it has become since, exactly, I cannot say. It fell upon our temple wielding powerful wizardry. I believed that it desired the temple itself, or our accumulated lore.
Whoops.
I was mistaken.
What was that dragon after?
Rimagund gifted our people with a Vitmouth that we might yield to him. Those objects or individuals that persisted beyond their value to the clans. In its desire to dominate the Deadfire, the worm sought to retrieve one or more of the sacrificed relics.
Her scowl twists into a smirk.
Even if it claimed the relics, the fool cannot return. Its body long since destroyed.
Whoops.
Still, its soul persists against the power of this place. And I would see it ended.
Dragon seemed pretty solid when I fought it outside the temple.
It was but a shadow forged of spirit stuff, by the worm's own will.
Oh, great.
You claim that the dragon manifested itself from ambient essence?
Rinhadia nods in response.
As if it's a chanted who can chant up itself.
Neat. That's cool. I need to find that dragon.
Then you must seek it below. Know that the White Void will consume you, however. A few souls here cling tenaciously to coherence. Some for as long as centuries. Seek them, if you would know the secrets of their longevity. This place decomposes spirits. Do not be surprised if the souls require repair before rendering you aid.
Thanks, Rinhadia.
I imagine, though, that the Beast of Winter would prefer you hasten their dissolution.
I try not to make a habit of doing the god's work for them.
I could say something to that, but I won't stop you from wishful thinking.
Shreddy does not like that.
Service ain't half the burden you make it out to be, you know.
I don't know, Shreddy. Rinhadia shrugs within her armor.
Go then. This will resolve itself in rhyme and ruin.
Oh. Reforge the soul of a fallen room again. I guess we did, right? That was quick. We now have Entropy Guard. Ice seals the joints of the armor, granting the wearer a bonus to armor, but immobilizing them.
Hey there.
Variously, one of the things was receive a lot of afflictions. You can give yourself one by making yourself immobilized. Void Shard. Quest item. Lovely. Touching it with bare skin is ill-advised. Licking it even more so. We can now walk into the Endless Queries. We can go to the Drowned Kingdom and the Bridge of Blaze. Okay. I absolutely want to go to the Bridge of Blaze. We are about to go... A beam of clear, radiant light cuts through the murky expanse of the beyond. The air around it is notably warmer than the rest of this realm. Look into the light. Source of illumination is too distant, and the effort of looking hurts your eyes. Suspect the light is something more than it seems, but it could be true of many things in this realm. Probably something to work out. We are about to go to something I've been looking forward to essentially the whole time we've been here. So I'm glad we've got most, if not all, of our regulars and our favourite people and our good friends watching as we explore something I've been looking forward to for some time. I think the Endless Queries will work. Portal whispers, sounding at first like the rain, but resolving itself in the quiet murmuring of lowered voices in a large room. Gaze into its depths. Beyond its surface you see vast pillars of Adra wrapped in the stone arches and copper machinery of ancient Engwith. I don't know if this is the right one. We'll find out. Step into the portal. Go, Lexi, go! Run! Quick, if there's not a cat on your lap, this is the perfect time to go pee. Speak to the shackled soul. The Endless Queries.
Adra, arches, inlaid copper. Ruins of Engwith, I suspect. Wait, who's that?
I hope you've been watching since Pillars 1. The figure shackled before you shudders, its edges shaking and blurring, its entire form indistinct, as if seen through a waterfall. As you approach, her features resolve into those of a skeletal folk, her brown hair falling limp and matted about her pale skin. Her eyes, though, are bright and blue. Iavara Ix Encios.
You've returned to me. Please, please release me. This place, the agony, so much worse than anything I suffered at your hands.
Result of the choices made in Pillars 1. Iavara? What happened? I left you in prison in Braithaman. Who's Iavara? Iavara Ix Encios was an Engwithan and former missionary. After learning that the origin of the gods was artificial, she led a following against the religion of her people. A retaliatory inquisition would capture and torture her, consigning her soul to the court of penitence, where she remained for over 2,000 years before her sentence was ended by the Watcher of Cadnua. She cries out, writhing against her bonds as they burn with violet light. She shimmers and her face falls away, replaced with a cold, hard mask over a grey beard.
My student, my nemesis, to see you again here. Have you come to proffer forgiveness, or to persecute me further?
This is a different voice actor. I'm sorry about the disruption. Theos, ex Arcanon's words waver weakly as if floating to you from the bottom of a well. You're not Theos. I imprisoned him for eternity. That was also something we chose to do.
This spirit manipulates our perceptions directly. Some ciphers possess similar skills.
The entity shimmers again, its features running like water as it lifts its head.
See you, do I? Come to kill old Merwald? To claim his keep? Cadnua, home to me for decades now.
The venerable Watcher's eyes wetly widen.
That old place? You can hold on to it. We got a boat now.
Congrats, Ada.
Leave an old man be, beg I. Leave him to his doom, to the dawn star's rise.
You wouldn't have liked inside Aethys. He's much brighter than your basement was. The old man trembles, his visage splitting apart at the wrinkles, the sagging flesh falling away to reveal bruised skin beneath. The illusion melts into black ichor, which falls through the air into an object hanging from the spirit's neck, a small blade broken near the hilt. What's that hanging from your neck? The spirit's labored breaths fracture into a weak chuckle.
You see through it then? You must be special. Like they were. Are.
She appears again to be an elf, albeit one of the duskier skin than Ivara. Who are you?
I'm uncertain. I've lost so much of myself here. She tore my name from me.
Who did this to you?
The Interrogator. She's deep within, ensconced in her little court.
Do you recognize me?
No. I don't even recognize myself.
I need to find this woman.
You won't. She wards herself too well. In her labyrinth of Audra and copper. Perhaps with my help. If you found the pieces of me, returned them, I could lead you to her.
How would I retrieve your memories?
If they remain, they're in the machines. Each encompasses an Audra pillar, and each pillar contains the countless souls scoured by the Inquisitor, I think. If you would seek my missing pieces, seek them there. But be warned, some may be more volatile than others. I want to help, so try to find bits of me that aren't too broken.
Sounds to me like an excuse to get me to help you.
The way, 'tis in what she's taken from me. Memories of Anguith. I can lead you, but not as I am.
I'll try to help you.
I appreciate that. You've no idea how much. Take the relic with you. You may need it.
She slackens against her bonds. We've gained an item. Quest! Betrayal! The snapped blade has many names over the years, but the stain of betrayal has never been wiped clean. Long ago, it was a gladiator's weapon wielded in the slave pits. The fighter who carried it bought his freedom by plunging it into the back of his master, earning it the name Liberator. Later, it hung on the walls of a wealthy estate where a maid butchered the family, earning it the name Decency. It isn't known how or when it broke, but the blade's persistent symbol is the deliverer of justice and condemner of the wicked, maybe a favorite among Skainites who sacrifice generously to imbue it with their patron's blessing. Enemies are charmed, have their might, constitution, dexterity increased. Cool. I'm actually going back. We'll come back here. Why? Oh, because I've been talking up this area. I actually want to go to a specific place. Drowned Kingdom. Can't go there yet. Excuse lair. Okay, so it is the Bridge of Blaze then. I fucking love this. Skaen. Well-adjusted, normal god. Very normal. Don't even worry about it, dog. You certainly will not regret joining Skaen. Faint stirring of air from this portal carries familiar scents. The foliage of a dear wooden wilderness. Gaze into the depths. Through the shimmering gate, a structure of thick stone rises, thronged by soldiers awash in the rosy shades of dawn. The light shifts to the clear, bright blue sky of day, and again to red, all within a matter of moments. Step into the portal. Fucking brace yourselves. I believe this is the ballsiest thing the developers have done. The Bridge ablaze. Question. If there were...
That soldier's raid Saren. That one too.
Under the helmet, the soldier wears an accomplished grin, frozen in death.
Curiouser and curiouser.
Consider it done.
Tread lightly.
Loose stone containing compassionate soul essence. Unstable soul essence. What kind of bridge?
Is that? No. It can't be. Can it? Evandur Bridge.
The site of Saint Widewin's demise by a dozen fighters and Magronite priests who ignited the Godhammer bomb. Evandur Bridge marked the triumphant end of Aethys' incursion into the Deerwood.
This is where the Saints' War ended. Godhammer went off, blasted this place to pieces. And everyone in it. Say, how reliable are these memories anyway? Is this how it actually looked, or just what someone remembers of it?
Reliable or not, certainly detailed.
Oh, let's just hope the Godhammer doesn't explode in this particular memory while we're standing in it.
Curiouser and curiouser.
The triumphant battle cry is frozen on their lips, their spittle suspended in the air. Widewin. The figure at the head of the Red Saren army seemed at odds with his surroundings, more like he is delivering a sermon than leading a bloodthirsty vanguard. His body overflows with soul lessons, more than any mortal could hope to contain.
Lord Alat, that's Saint Widewin himself.
Did not bring Shoti the first time I played through this. Though he has the protection of an army rallying around him, his features are creased with apprehension. You okay, Adair?
It's not something you see every day. Not even on your worst day. I suppose for the dozen, this was their worst day. And I always figured the stories were exaggerations. Head alight and all that. But people always make things sound worse than they were, but... And this looks about bad enough.
You haven't spotted a priest by the name of Durance, have you? He offers no reply.
I'm sure he would have heard about it if Durance were actually here at the time. No, building the bomb and gloating about it from a safe distance? Yeah, that's more like him.
Is that really you, Widewin? He doesn't move and reflects no awareness of your presence. In this realm, Widewin is inert, balanced between moments in time that already happened. Poke him. You might as well be poking your mountainside. The Battle of Evandur Bridge already happened. Nothing can alter the events of this sequence. Probably. Reach out to his soul. The response is immediate. A dim echo of soul essence clinging to Widewin lurches toward you like a drowning man taking his first lungful of air.
Where am I? And who are you?
Conflicting emotions radiate from his soul like a mind waking up from a deep and restless sleep. You're on the Evandur Bridge right before the Godhammer bomb went off.
The what hammer?
Beneath his confusion, you detect a spark of recognition, but it's very faint. He knows this word, but he may not remember that he knows it.
Oh no, I feel something. It's coming on like a sneeze, but bigger. This is all happening again, isn't it?
This would be a very bad time for history to repeat itself.
Keep your distance. It's coming. The cycle's turning back on itself.
Widewin's soul strains to avoid it, but you feel the pull of an unseen force tearing at him, shredding this moment of clarity. And then he's gone.
Did they expect a dozen to stand against the dawn?
Widewin stares down at what remains of the Deerwooden defenders, the last men and women holding the line against him. I was in the middle of something. Bring Widewin back. Your words cause Widewin's essence memory to flicker with recognition. The moment passes.
Resist and the light will extinguish you. Surrender and be redeemed by the coming of the day.
You feel Widewin summoning his will to attack. He knows how this will end, not because he has enacted it countless times before, but because it could end no other way. But before he can launch his attack, a tremor runs to the bridge. Heat rises from the stones and bellows into an inferno. Oh shit. The bridge ablaze. The moment after. I didn't mean just including a divinity is the ballsiest thing the developers have written into the game. Torn apart by the force of the bomb, Widewind is in a tableau of agony. Any divine aspect has fled, leaving him nothing more than a mortal in great pain.
Must have been a pretty bad way for Widewind to wake up.
Something catches a light. An engraved circular trinket hanging around Widewind's neck by a thin cord. Take the trinket. The cord won't disentangle from Widewind's neck, but you manage to slip the trinket free. It's a personal sundial. Properly adjusted, it can beam a small ray of light onto the time of day. As your hand closes around it, the spirits of the realm stir in agitation. Widewind's sundial. Grants life through death. Channels absorbing the defenses of all enemies. Widewind must have carried this item during the Saints' War because the air around it trembles with power. Roused by your interference, the spirits converge in their position in wordless fury. I understand why they did this. I don't think they should have.
Gotta have something here that works.
You don't need to have combat here. What does it add?
There's something you don't see.
Hey.
I'm no stranger to spending a long time just going through lots of dialogue and theme and tone voices. Tone voices? Tone pieces.
Oh, this doesn't usually happen, I swear.
Hey, that wasn't half bad.
Time to rethink this stratagem. Damn it all!
Wow.
Forged in the beyond.
Right here. Absolutely. Something I can do?
Just like
Give himself immobilized. It's fine. He'll fight and stand on the spot, but he also improves. Slowly unlocking the benefits of the armor by casting it every time.
Hey there.
I'm kind of quiet because this is an important moment in the setting. If you're involved in the lore, this is a big fucking deal. Something warm shines from the distant obscurity of the beyond. There isn't a fire or a star, but light itself, seemingly disconnected from any source. You know this isn't your first time seeing it. No sooner does it roll its attention towards you than feel the heat of a familiar piercing gaze. Aethys. Surveying the destruction you wrought?
Yes. Always.
It takes two words and the tone to immediate just... it's not it's hard to do in a tabletop, but it's fucking perfect here that we look at Aethys, we're like, there it is, I'm gonna accuse him of something, right? Like, look what you've done to this place, this is your fault. And he goes, yes, always. You know, like recognition, yeah, this is my fault. Not only am I aware of that, I can't forget it.
That man, Widewind, he had a life that I invaded, delivered to death, and consigned to this culvert.
Did you feel the same way I did just a little bit ago, where we looked at Widewind, a terrified farmhand who's doing the bidding of his divinity, and we were angry at Aethys? How do you feel now, knowing that Widewind is aware and seemingly regretful of that decision?
I left him to stand and accept punishment in my stead. I am the piece of the dawn stars that lingered, delayed by grief.
Can you help me fix him or not?
Perhaps. Widewind's fractured mind is holding this bridge, suspended in time. He's no good to anyone until he understands what he forgot.
Energies around the bridge seem drawn to this.
A fitting token for Widewin. As a holy man, he was a keeper of the light. As a farmer, he was indebted to cycles.
Aethys's light falls on the timepiece, bathing it in the warm glow.
Watcher, I implore you for Widewin's sake, to stand in my light and read the sundial. You can follow the timeline of the bomb and find Widewin in the explosion.
I can use this to manipulate time? How far can I go?
There are
Hello,
limitations. You can perceive nothing beyond what the souls of this place experienced themselves. That is the burden of memory.
I'm gathering souls to deal with the dragon, but everything in this realm seems either trapped, broken, or mad.
You can count Widewin among the broken and trapped.
Yeah.
Madness is not created here. Everything you see is a product of what Kith bring with them when they die. Twisted, as if in a dream.
I'll carry his sundial into the light and see what happens.
Widewin is scattered across the bridge in 3 parts. But I sense a 4th nearby as well. A piece that detonated with the bomb. Find him in the Godhammer. Make him whole again.
Investigate the bridge. That had a key. Torn apart by the force of the bomb. Yeah. In this broken state, it is beyond any help. Beam of clear radiant light cuts through the murky expanse of the beyond. The air around it is notably warmer than the rest in this realm. Hold Widewin's sundial up to the light. The light shines down on the sundial's pinhole and aligns with dusk. Turn the ring towards the dawn. As you adjust the sundial, the ambient light shifts around you and the ground trembles beneath your feet. The bridge ablaze. The moment before. Widewin?
What if it stops? Being stopped.
I've seen this moment in my dreams.
Get us out of here if I can, Widewin. Widewin stands suspended in the moment before Calamity, a final appeal for surrender still frozen on his lips.
You're a saint to even consider it. Whatever happened here scattered me in body and mind. I can't leave while I'm shattered. Gather enough of the pieces and maybe I'll be strong enough to be some help.
Widewin's sundial, turn the ring towards noon. Who's your address? Yeah. So, don't see this as anything groundbreaking. Yeah, apologetic gods. True. To me, it's a big deal because remember that Aethys is the antagonist of this story, and you're speaking to a moment of him at some point, like a completely different moment, years ago, many years ago. Captain, stop licking my mouse. The bridge ablaze. The moment of. Alright, Captain's licking my mouse, licking my hand on the mouse instead. First of all,
I can't wait to make some new friends.
just look at it. It's absolutely glorious. Can we talk to him in the moment of?
Give me a real challenge.
The explosion of the Godhammer bomb has ripped Widewin's body in half. It happened so quickly that his face is yet to lose the crease of concern he wore a moment ago. His broken state is beyond any help. So, I was talking this up because this was really striking to me. Really exciting and really... It felt different. It felt exciting.
Yeah?
Yes, practically it's a puzzle. It's just a puzzle. Come on, Jimbos. It's not that good. He's a mouse catcher. Yeah, Lexi. But a big part of Pillars of Eternity is to humanize and make it clear, like humanize the divinity in some way. remind you about how different they are, like especially when Magrin's doing stuff. Let the Kith explore what it means to be different in each way, and then okay, it does heal itself, and then make some of them so distant and different, and then eventually humanize them again, back and forth. It's an ongoing conversation through the text about what is divine, what is mortal, what does that mean, how can that change over time, and I find that fascinating. I love reading about it. I love hearing it.
I'm listening.
Like, weirdly enough, I know
Time to rethink this strategy.
that I'm generally so kind. I try to be kind and enthusiastic and optimistic, and the game and the world itself is kind of cynical, but like, something about it just calls to me so well.
Straight away.
Pile of gunpowder.
I'm
Nearly
listening.
destroyed. Nearly
I'm
destroyed
listening.
that
I'm
gunpowder.
here.
But quiet. Rubble.
I'm here.
Plus, that's gorgeous and horrifying at once. You get to see, and like, the years between Pillars 1 and 2, right? You look at it, the years between Pillars 1 and 2, and you hear about the moment the Godhammer bomb goes off, the bridge, and here we are at the bridge. The bridge. This is what made Durance who he is. Eventually... take that, shambling soul. Now you're the one with the wrench knee. You are, in addition, one with the wrench knee. Damn it.
What do you need?
He's gonna get owned. I just moved him into melee combat.
Right here.
It's just such a moment in the setting. It's such a moment in the history. And you get invited in to understand what it is and what it means. And they don't do it by saying, by showing the explosion and then just saying, oh fuck man, that sucked. God. Oof. So many people died. Instead, the way they bring you into deep in this moment is to focus on someone who's,
Be right there.
like, the setting-wise, we've had no information on who Widewind is. What he's into, what he regrets, how does he feel?
What do we have?
And here we have very small, tiny amounts of information about this man. The man, and not the divinity. Because so much of the game is spent, like, chasing after the divinity. Yeah. How to grab more powers for themselves now, have pretensions beyond their origins. Exactly. And, like, Comrade, you were in the game that was most directly inspired by this, the game I ran. At least the plot of the Coving Ridge Adventuring Party. Is like, yeah, the divinities were in fact mortal. They needed to do something, and they turned themselves into examples, and they weren't strictly happy with that, but they were forced to continue that aspect of themselves, whether they wanted to or not. And here they are, relatively stuck. There was also one that died beforehand. Determination and hopelessness. Something heavy is leaning against the other side of the door, wedging it shut. We used the Evandua tower key that we picked up to unlock a house. Mortals thinking themselves divine. Yeah, exactly. And it's also in some sense that like they weren't given a choice. Yeah, exactly. If you don't have a massive buy-in, then like why bother? Archers, what's in this? Oh, memory of Magronite incantations. This text of the collected incantations is blurry to the point of illegibility, as if the white void had stripped the ink of any meaning. Might still mean something to one of the denizens of Rimagan's realm. Short passage scribbled in the margin stands out with clarity. Let the scholars bicker over how we crammed a piece of Weidman's soul into the bomb. A little uncertainty never hurt anyone. I only care that the damn thing goes off in time. The bridge ablaze. We gotta get to the bomb then. Where's the bomb? They said it was underneath, right? We knew that. How do we get down there? Weidman? So it's actually a pretty simple puzzle too, because there are like a couple of places in which you can turn the sundial. Isn't that true of all things that's hard to find? At some point you can go, wait, you're all arrogant fuckheads if you think you can handle it. That's, that could be all divine things, yes. But the idea of mortals become divine in some way is different to, oh, we can go Void Gate. Does this make us leave the whole realm? Does it teleport us? It teleports, right? That is, I think, the worst part of the whole puzzle.
Are we gonna fight someone? I wanna throw the first punch.
Serious burn from being beside the Godhammer bomb? No way. You shouldn't need a void gate to move perform. They should be able to make the puzzle, like, have another way through. Turn it towards dawn. Yeah, hilariously enough, he just took the gender of his divinity and then the hatred towards that, turn it all women. Yeah, exactly. Comrade's correct. At least as far as I understand. Oh, that barrel is trapped? I wonder what could be inside. You cannot disarm the trap. Do you wish to trigger it? No.
Right here.
Hey, Slam, could you try?
Right here. I got this. I got this.
There we go. It was just a burning ground trap, but still.
Yeah?
Priest.
Damn it. Why can't I remember?
The soul of this robed priestess circles around the same thoughts in a pattern reminiscent of pacing. Continue observing.
I memorized that illusion spell. How can it be gone? Another second and Weidman will know the bomb is here. Damn it, girl. This is your chance. The whole point of the thing is that his soul finds him first.
As you intuit a meaning, you catch a flash of memory. Robed priests assembling a delicate mechanism, spiked copper plates housing a fragile shard of Adra. The Adra houses a piece of Weidman's soul. Durance was right. The bomb worked because a piece of Weidman's soul was inside. The mechanism was elegant in its simplicity. When a fragment of Weidman reacted to his approach on the bridge above, it conducted soul energy into the copper and triggered the explosive. A bomb made for Weidman, made of Weidman. It was a delicate trigger by design. The work of removing such a critical part will involve no small risk. Keep her the memory of Magronite incantations. I think this is what you're looking for. No sooner does the book make contact with her than it ceases to exist, absorbed into her memories. You feel the essence of the priestess swell with life and vigor.
Of course. Simple. How'd I forget a thing like that anyway?
As she begins the incantation, you comprehend where and how the bomb was hidden. Knowing this, it feels as if 1,000 pairs of eyes are observing your progress at once. The illusion fades under their scrutiny. Holy fuck, there it is. It's not small. Of course not. It's the closest thing possible to a nuclear bomb. And he's standing right there. So... Avon Dewar Bridge. This also unlocks it there. I believe now you can go... Let's fiddle with the bomb. Let's see what happens, right? All read Greek myth. That's true. I'd like to imagine things that are divine and that divinity makes them separate and different to humanity or mortals, and then examine what that difference is and how that works. Like the old gods, the far-flung divines, that's That's a question and a half. What does that mean? That's cool stuff. Alright, what's this? The heat of Margaret's fire singes your face as you draw closer to the Godhammer bomb, which feels poised to go off at any instant. Under layers of copper plating, enchantments, and volatile materials, you sense a fragment of Wyvern's soul. It reaches out to you in blind confusion. Parchment-thin shard of Adra is positioned inside of a spiked copper trap. When a current of essence conducts through the Adra, the trap will snap shut and complete a circuit. It would take incredible care to extract the soul without setting off the bomb. Use betrayal to embody durance. Woman, reveal to me the construction of this bomb. I actually forgot that you could do that. That's pretty cool. Suddenly you're in the memory of the priestess. She recalls your voice to a workshop, hidden somewhere dark and secure. There's so much explosive material in the air that a single candle would ignite the world, so the ambient light is conjured by prayer.
Are you all right? You sound like you've been eating coal dust. Again.
She turns to you wearing a frown. Echo durance. And all of these are awful. Your concern means less than a heretical shit I took this morning. Speak to me of the bomb.
This work has changed you, and not for the better.
She blinks at you and shrugs. She lays out the vellum schematic of the bomb, showing a detailed cross-section of the detonator. It's a delicate assemblage similar to a trap composed of brass and adra. The latter is infused with the essence of a saint. Armed with this understanding of the bomb, you know you could disarm it with little difficulty. Ugh. Number 3. Echo durance. Disciple, I apologize for my tone. I don't know how I came to be this way.
I don't want to hear it. Go. We're burning daylight.
Shakes her head and resumes her work, all too happy to put you out of her mind. You leave the memory wiser for the experience, but it feels as if you're covered in a thin layer of ash that you can't wipe clean. Recalling Durance's memory of the schematics, disarm the bomb. Before we do, step away, quick save. Poke. Force the soul out and detonate the bomb. You extend your wheel into the mechanism, probing until you find a fragment of Wyvern's soul. You give it a forceful tug. The bomb responds at once, its moving parts coming together and radiating oppressive heat that pushes you away until your world is bathed in flame. Wandering soul. Sprinted fragment of Wyvern's soul clings to the spot, endlessly recalling some piece of memory consumed by guilt and shame. You tangled your legs over the edge of a dock. In the gloom of the pre-dawn, the lake resembled a mirror of polished obsidian. Your father approached with a pair of fishing rods. Back then, he stood as tall as a mountain. He expected you to be ready in the boat by now. What is you so distracted? Father, would the morning still come if Aethys wasn't there to draw it over the horizon? He sighed. A foolish question. Aethys is the dawn. His absence would be the death of all light. You are old enough for this to be obvious. What is truly on your mind? Your father knows you well enough to see through this obvious deflection. Wouldn't life go on without the gods? Before you could finish the thought, the fishing rods clattered to the ground, and your father struck you hard enough that you pitched forward into the lake. Your mouth opened with a cry that was quickly stifled by the cold water. He bellowed that the gods deserved gratitude, not an ignorant child's faithless doubt. You should thank Aethys for the harvest and the dawn. Pride will only make you complacent. You were never a strong swimmer. By the time you desperately clawed your way back to the surface, your father had rowed out to the middle of the lake to be alone. You knew better than to call out to him and interrupt his fishing. You sat on the shore and awaited his return. When the dawn crested the horizon, you didn't give thanks for the warmth it brought. You wanted to remember the cold.
What did you see in there anyway?
A look of genuine curiosity comes over Adair's face as he levels his gaze to meet yours. Wydwin and his father had some turbulent disagreements over faith.
Strange thing to think of right before you get blown to pieces, don't you think?
Not that strange.
Consider it done.
Well, let's go back towards the dawn, before it happened, and then let's disable the bomb. I just wanted to make everyone in chat go, and all of our people in the VODs go, Jimbles, did you just blow up the goddamn world again? You pressed a button that is inevitably, and now you need to load your save. Post off any moment. You've already extracted a fragment of Widewind's soul from the detonator. There's nothing more to do here. Oh. Well, I want to load our quick save. Not... Loxy, I'm not sure I understand what nor RL is. I actually want to extract it without blowing it up, just because we went through all the efforts. Recalling Endurance's memory of the schematics, disarm the bomb. You carefully reach inside the bomb. In no time at all, you're up to your shoulder in delicate gears and cogs, taking care not to displace anything. Something in the guts of the machinery falls off in your hand, but the godhammer remains inert. Detonator shard. Final flame. Grants final flame. Use the grants powerful enough explosion to fire at a location. Allies in the blast are healed immediately over time. That's amazing. Loud. Extremely loud. Alright, lovely. Fan-fucking-tastic. You were able to re-shatter at the heart of the detonation trigger and pull Widewind's soul free without incident. Yeah, there you go. Same thing again. Let's go. We till the soil and we plant the seeds, but give thanks only to Aethys for the harvest. And you get hit. The same thing again.
What did you see in strange thing that...
So who's generally the last person alive? Why, Adarius. Let's give him the explosion. Betrayal? Shreddy? Don't take it personally, but I'm pretty sure you're the most likely.
Adair, look what the Watcher's given me. It's pretty as a picture, ain't it?
Oh, that's so cute. Alright. Nothing has changed the thing that has happened. Yeah, exactly. You're totally correct. I just... I don't know, something about it is just... You gotta try.
Watch and learn.
We got a little piece of your soul. Try to restore a fragment of Widewind's soul.
The water, so cold. This day I believe Father wanted me to drown. If my faith was untrue, then I wasn't worthy to be his son.
The soul of Widewind feels more vibrant and lively, but isn't whole just yet. There must be more soul essence located nearby. Okay, now we explore. Dusk. We're just going to continue looking around. We're likely to go a little bit later again tonight. I don't know if we'll finish the whole puzzle tonight. I hope we will, but I at least want to finish talking to Widewind before we continue. I can't guarantee that every moment will strike you as deeply as it does me, right? Every moment in the story. I can tell you that very often, when I try and preface it by saying this was a big deal, I'm very impressed with it. I'm not using hyperbole.
Probably someone else is better suited to the task.
Turn this towards noon. As the moment explodes, as the bomb explodes, the moment it explodes, what's down here? Just because, like, I don't think there's any shame in going, I don't know, this isn't landing for me as much as it is for others. Oh, god damn it. Splintered fragment of Widewind's soul clings to the spot, aimlessly recalling some piece of memory consumed by guilt and shame. Your father reached up from the sickbed and clutched at your wrist, his fingers gnarled and skeletal. You've seen enough of this condition spreading through the colony to know that he wouldn't last long. It was a miracle he hung on this long. His breathing was labored, his voice ragged, but his gaze was alert and full of questions that only you could answer. I'll see after the farm when you're gone and make sure it stays in the family. He shook his head and maintained his grip. His lips and nose were stained by the lawless cough or plague that coloured the phlegm purple. Tear resembled an actor's smeared face paint. He asked in a rabid whisper if you kept to your faith. I still thank Aethys for the harvest and the dawn, just as you taught me. Satisfied, he nodded, but then his grip tightened as another fit of coughing crumpled him into a ball. and I'll thank him for the dusk as it settles over you, Father. The coughing fit rattled to a halt as your father regarded you in wide-eyed shock. I needed a father, not a priest. You were neither to me. Farewell. You moved away from the sickbed that was soon to be a deathbed, closing the door quietly behind you. And you stepped out onto the porch to savor the last rays of the day.
What did you see in there anyway?
A look of genuine curiosity comes over Adair's face as he levels his gaze to meet yours. Wydwin never forgave his father.
That's a hard thing to carry all this way.
It's fine. I'm fine.
I bet my tongue kinda hurts.
Not the time, Vela. It's fine. It's fine. I'm fine. Don't worry about it. I needed a father, not a priest. You were neither to me. Farewell. It's cool. It's fine. Don't worry about it. This fucking game, man. I don't know if that's all of it. We will find out. Try and restore a fragment.
We could have parted on better terms, Father. But your son has too much of you in him. See, Father? I can be as vindictive as you.
He doesn't hold us yet. I think I know what to do. I think the hardest part is for people who don't strictly know what they're doing, they're just wandering around trying to turn the sundial over and over. That animation, this loading, takes a little while. The moment of. It's just so strong and so sad. And it's not Wydwin's fault. Oh, nothing up here? Actually, I was pretty sure there'd be something up here. Okay. Not walkable terrain. Oh. It's kind of surprising. Maybe that's where I got the book from. Ah, here we go. Try to restore a fragment of Wydwin's soul. Wydwin's unresponsive. Ah, damn it. Okay. He can only be made whole while his body is intact. Yeah, that's fair. That's a moment of. Let's go to Dusk. See if there's anything more to pick up here. If not, we go all the way over to the left and turn to the Dusk there. See what happens. Because I don't think we can walk all the way over there at this point. The bridge is too destroyed. Yes, okay, that's the answer. Try to restore. Yeah, unresponsive. Well and truly gone. Yeah, we can go in that way. We've picked up the thing there. Dawn all the way over. Dusk at the left-hand side. See if there's something waiting there. Hopefully it is. 1, 2, 3. That would be the third bit of his soul, pretty sure. Also wouldn't be surprised. I've been thinking about this because I've been replaying Dragon Age 2, and I wonder how often I've made the same choice over multiple characters. And whether that strictly makes me a bad or worse role player, TM? Or does it just explain roughly who I am and what my values are and how I resolve questions? Because I'm also not someone who can be mean in dialogue options unless a NPC has truly deserved it. So I'm like, if I do the same thing over and over again, why replay it? Hey, we found it. There it is. We can loot something over this way. Burning soldier. Ah, combat. I was hoping this didn't take too long. We'll go a little bit longer tonight. Roleplay going through the checklist is one way to think about it. I certainly don't do that. Sometimes I think about it and I'm like, God, I want to do this ending. And then I'm like, but if you don't make it, why did you bother?
I shall not fit.
Oh, he died due to disengagement attack. Of course.
Hey there.
I'll teach you a
They're injured from the explosives.
This thing isn't doing.
I don't strictly know why he got up again, but I'm not gonna argue.
Hogwash! Yes.
Could you teleport behind them?
Show him how it's done.
That looks like it hurt. What do you need?
This isn't as effective as you seem to think.
Oh, good.
So that was an unintentional disconnect. But funny how it disconnects at the usual time of 10 o'clock, but that
Right here,
was
sure.
an unintentional.
Did you expect to find something here?
I got this.
Yes,
I got
Batman.
this.
Yes, I am. Glad you're still with me. If not, check up on the VODs. You'll see it soon. Wandering Soul. Fragmented from Weidman and the blast, a splinter of soul essence feverishly clings to a moment in life now forgotten. You drew your sickle across the thin patch of Vorlus. The harvest would be a poor one, but at least that was a shared burden that no one raided Sarah suffered alone. We could use some rain to go with all the sunlight, Aethys. My thanks in advance. As usual, there was no reply. You drew the sundial out from under your shirt, but the light had waned too much to judge the hour. Echo Aethys. Wide one. You flinched as the chiming of a bell echoed from some distant source. A sensation of warmth spread across your back. Echo Widewind. Who's there? Daylight blossomed to life, exploding into many colors that filled the sky. You turned to face it, shielding your eyes until you realized it didn't hurt to look into this brilliance. A glowing figure loomed before you. Do you still thank me for the dawn and the harvest, Widewind? You dropped to your knees. You felt laid bare before the light of Aethys. Every word spoken in hate, every punch you threw first, every time you turned your back to the dawn, they were all his to judge. I won't plead for mercy. Do what you came to do. You tilted your head to present your neck, a motion you'd seen repeated too many times in the town square. A luminescent figure flickered in a way that reminded you at once of a guttering candle and a chuckle. Do you think I'm here to admonish and cast you into the lake? No. I'll draw you back to the warmth, for a higher calling. He knew. Suddenly you felt like a child again, vulnerable and alone before a looming, all-powerful presence. Fear not, for you are chosen above all others. You will be the light to bring about the rebirth of an empire. An empire? It was gibberish to you, but Aethys probably knew something you didn't. Of course he did. His words filled you with a warmth and confidence that you never felt before. If we do this, we do it as partners. Aethys didn't need to affirm your statement. You knew it to be true. The sickle fell from your grip with a clatter as a hand reached out from a great distance to touch your brow, and light stole over your vision. Much later, you awakened a changed man.
What did you see in there anyway?
A look of genuine curiosity. Wyvern chose his fate for himself. He and Aethys shared a bond.
I suppose that's better than Aethys forcing it on him. I always wondered about that. A lot of folks did.
Yeah. One more to go, everybody. Won't be long. We've got to get up there somehow. To that. Click. No. Too easy. All right. No way further? That's not walkable terrain. Alright, we'll figure it out. Don't worry. Just want to finish it. Okay. Gotta stop feeling like I'm running late, because I'm not. We will get to it. We will finish this conversation. It won't be long. Plus, we had a longer start time too. There's no light up here, but that's where we need to be. docks, the tower. Essentially need to be on the tower when Slam changes it. I don't think you can do that. What happens if we give him this last piece?
I was more than a vassal. I was his saint. He respected my opinion, but together we were called a monster.
I don't think so. I do believe I tried to do that. We haven't been here at dawn. Oh, of course. Okay. Dusk. I think I've got it. Sand didn't crap out. I've just alt-tabbed. Widewind, bridge, and puzzle. Oh, shit. Yeah, you can walk across that terrain. Holy fuck. Good job, comrade. Oh, 1 dozen stood. Heavy armor, legendary. Scorched by the God Hammer. So good. We will put that in Palagina. Wandering Soul. Just like easy to pick up. Dawn rose over the mountain pass where you camped your forces. First rays warmed the tents, roused your armed congregation from slumber. Evandua Bridge was, the speck on the horizon. Echo Widewind. Scouts said a dozen soldiers held the crossing. What do they think they can accomplish? You spat in the wind and considered your options. No one said this would be easy, but you started to wonder if the world even wanted a saint. And Deerwood certainly didn't. They must have something to believe in. No, Echo Widewind. They must have something to believe in. Something that could turn the tides against us. You're only thinking aloud, but that warning, it became one of the rare moments where the familiar voice interceded on your thoughts. Echo Aethys. It's possible. Our adversaries do not lack for motivation. You flinched as the presence asserted itself. Aethys has been preoccupied lately, spending days in contemplative silence, distancing himself from you. Echo Widewind. What do you think, old friend? Could this be the end of our long march? You, Aethys, considered your answer with care. The inevitability of things always came easy to Remagand, and in this moment you envied him. Echo Aethys, Echo Gorn, Echo the Dawn Stars. The three aspects of Aethys. Here they are, spelled out. What does it mean? You and I may stumble, but our legacy will live on. If not on this frontier, then another. Widewind nodded, absorbing your words. Why try to stop us, though? Don't they want to see the light as we do? For some reason, it was so hard telling Widewind the truth. Maybe all the gods were out of practice. You already knew about the bomb, and you decided not to act on that knowledge. But Widewind deserved an answer, even if it wasn't the entire truth. Aethys, Gorn, Dawn Stars. Sometimes Kith need to learn on their own, and we are naive to think that showing them the way is enough. Widewind looked out on the Avondir bridge, and winded appears ready to face the dusk. His thoughts were a placid lake. And he spoke his mind again, this time taking you by surprise. Those defenders looking past their faith to stand against a god. They hate a fight for everything they built and planted together. Widewind was beginning to see the point. It was your sorrow to know that he wouldn't live long enough to fully appreciate it. Kith is supposed to face the dawn together, not to depend on it. Their first duty is to each other. You wanted to tell Widewind how proud you felt, but he no longer needed a father's approval to know when he was right. It saddened you even more than knowing that Widewind had seen his last sunrise.
What did you see in there anyway?
Aethys wanted Widewind, everyone to believe in a world where Kith had control over their destiny. Or, Aethys knew about the Godhammer, but he and Widewind crossed the bridge anyway. Two, Divinity's lie.
What? Why would he do that? Did he think it wouldn't hurt him? Did he want it to end there? You know, the more I learn about this, the less sense it makes. It just brings up more questions. There don't seem to be any good answers.
I'm sorry, Dad. Yeah, that is exactly what Aethys did. I just don't think that Aethys, like this memory of Aethys, is lying to us, right? When it's there and saying, I'm sorry, I didn't expect this to happen. No, sorry, I knew this was going to happen. And I feel real bad about it. And I will always permanently, in the way that gods have 4 dimensions, will always feel guilty about it. I don't know. Restore the last missing fragments of Wydwin's soul. Well, as all the essence you gathered on the Avondua Bridge converges on Wydwin, his soul brightens with a flash. His eyes snap open as a tide of revelation washes over him. Wydwin, awaken!
Thank you, friend. I'm struggling to understand it all, but my thoughts are clearer now.
Wydwin wobbles on his feet. His expression of bewilderment shapes into a broad grin as he recovers his bearings.
I think I accept why this needed to happen, but it is only human to feel conflicted.
I hope you learned something from the experience.
There is a lesson, a purpose to the Godhammer that I failed to grasp.
Wydwin looks out on the bridge, paying particular attention to the men and women rallying against each other.
Aothis wanted the people of the world to stand tall, without gods propping them up. The Godhammer didn't just tear Aothis from my body. It drove a wedge between gods and Kith across Aora. And isn't that just a version of what he always wanted?
I always thought he wanted to expose the work of the Anguithans.
He did. But in the end, it was the difference of 2 rivers flowing into the same ocean. Taking on that burden of suffering wasn't in Aothis' original plan. But it served him well enough that he was content to keep his distance for a few quiet years.
Wydwin shrugs. The matter seems to weigh on him less than before.
Now that I'm free, I can feel Oblivion tugging at me harder than before. We won't have time to savor the victory, friend.
Wydwin looks down at his hands, which even now seem less substantial as the white void draws him away. He doesn't seem to mind. On a mission to confront Aethys, would you lend your help?
He's out in the world stirring the pot again, isn't he?
Yes.
We shared a bond long ago. Those were different times. I would only hurt your cause by tagging along.
Any words of wisdom, Adair?
Well, this sure is something. I never thought I'd be the one to give advice to a saint.
Imagine if you didn't take Adair here, if you had no idea this was coming.
I can't know what you've been through, but I think Aothis needs a reminder of what he put people through the last time he walked Aora.
If it'll do some good, I wouldn't be much of a saint if I refused you.
Wydwin takes an uneasy step closer before joining the throng of souls in your wake.
Yeah, the folks back home sure aren't gonna believe this. You're gonna have to back up my story, Watcher.
Stick with us and we'll have you back to Gone in no time flat.
It's fine, we just have the soul of a saint following us around. Yeah, why would you not take Adair anyway? Well, maybe you rolled a fighter who uses a sword and shield. You're like, well, I guess I don't need Adair. And in that case, you're wrong. Double engage everyone, problem solved. Whew, that was good. Went for a little bit longer than normal, but absolutely fantastic. Sorry about the strange dropout there. I will have to stitch these episodes together again. Good thing I'm getting a bit of practice at doing that. Fuck, that's cool. Fuck, I really love that part. So you make him a rogue. Yeah, in Pillars 2, you know. Maybe you didn't make as good of friends with Adair because you didn't have him a whole way through Pillars 1. But I love him. There's no reason I wouldn't. He's funny and sweet and kind and has flaws. You know, that like stupidly racist? Like ignorant? Yeah, good call. Alright, everybody. I think that screen pause is switching from scenes or the game closing. But in any case, it's been lovely to have you tonight. Thank you very much for joining me again for Pillars. You just saw one of my favorite bits. Massive world building, beautiful, impactful dialogue with a lot of choices, a lot of shit going on, right? Just beautiful. In any case, I'll wish you a very happy good night, and I hope you tell the people you love that you love them very much. And I will see you again at Wednesday night for more Final Fantasy VI. Doing some more side quests. Good night, everyone.